All right, look, we're as good as we're going to be now, John. We're going.
Right, thank you.
Anyway, so...
Thanks for the lift.
You're welcome.
I know you love driving me places.
Love it. Favourite thing to do.
It's my favourite way to get around.
Is me driving you places.
When you take me places.
You want to say, are you heading into this place that I'm going? I'm like, I'm not, John, no.
Yeah,
like,
and then the key then is to make sure that I somehow inconvenience you as much as possible.
Yeah. Can I get a lift? Sure.
Where are you going? Okay, so if you just took 3 or 4 streets over and then went another 10 minutes, you'd be there.
Exactly.
It's a lovely part of the city. Isn't it?
It is. What, the part we live in?
Yeah, I love it now.
It is actually lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice and calm.
Yes. But then if you go 2 streets in any direction, it's chaos.
That is true.
Like if you go up to that street near Crumlin, it's a lovely... So there's right outside that shopping centre, there's chaos out there. And then you walk 1 street over and it's just serene.
Wait, which one is chaos?
Do you know, like the Ashleaf shopping centre?
That's chaos?
Just outside of it, there's like... One time I saw a lad smashing a scooter on the ground in broad daylight. Do you know, like a
like
motorised scooter?
Like out of frustration
out of
with
just sheer vandalism. Or just sheer vandalism. Like he just had, yeah.
He was vandalising someone else's scooter.
Yeah, just in broad daylight. Like I'm talking 2 p.m. in the day, and like there was just people walking about there shopping, just like, oh, that shouldn't be happening.
I thought you were saying that, like...
And I didn't intervene either.
He was having an emotional crisis.
Oh no, he was having a physical crisis with the scooter.
And he was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
So I'm excited about my trip to London.
Let's talk about that then, John. Go on, what? So what's your plan? Where are you even going anyway?
London.
But like... Just going to London for a few days.
Yeah, I like to go to Stansted Airport for the...
Just hang out there?
No, they have a great menage pret. Is that what it's called? Pret-a-manger?
Pret-a-manger.
Menage
pret. That'd be a way better name though.
Menage pret.
Menage pret. Menage trois.
It's said in a very Irish accent.
Menage pret.
Menage pret.
That actually would be pretty funny.
No, yeah, but I'm going to London to do some gigs and...
Wait, today is Tuesday, so what time?
Tuesday.
Where are you gigging? Are you gigging tonight?
I have 2 gigs tonight.
Where are you on tonight?
Camden in Your Eye. My friend Louis has a gig running there.
Camden in Your Eye?
I think that's what it's called, the gig.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lovely gig. Holds about 40 or 50 people in. Really good gig in the heart of Camden. And then there's a second gig called Joker Comedy, I think it's called.
Okay.
That's I don't know where that is. Soho, I think that is. Sounds very cool, doesn't it? Camden, Soho.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does sound...
When I'm over there, it's going to be very stressful, and I'm going to be miserable.
Why is it going to be stressful, and why are you going to be miserable?
You know, I'm in the UK.
Oh, wait a minute, you're going over to the UK to do comedy gigs, and you're like, ugh, what a...
I know.
You do love to be, John.
I like to be difficult.
You like to be low, John. You love being low.
I do.
Why have highs when you can just have lows? That's the John philosophy.
Well, you know, I have a good few highs and then a ton of lows.
I've also the odd high in a world of lows.
Yeah. Well, I had loads of highs and then we started hanging out and then it balanced a little bit. But here's the thing. Here's what I noticed. Go
on, tell me what you noticed.
I've had insomnia, and that affects my mood. Makes it worse, but then I also feel delirious sometimes, which can create a sort of a high.
Wait. So wait, how many hours sleep do you get every night?
Usually about 5 or 6, but last night I got about 3 or 4, I'd say.
You had stress for a few days.
Yeah, and also just sometimes if I wake up early, I can't get back to sleep. You know, that happens too. And then peeing ruins sleep.
You're a man not to flush the toilet
when
you pee in the middle of the night.
That's a consideration.
Because you don't want to wake me from the sound.
Well, I mean, that's usually how people. That's not unusual. Most people get annoyed. They're like, "Don't flush the toilet in the night. I'm asleep."
No. I don't mind. I think it is a consideration.
But if I pee, I flush it.
Well, you know, if you pee.
The joke.
I caught on just.
I saw the IQ of 102 just click it into place. Like it was like, oh, that's what he meant.
What the fuck is going on here? Why is we had? Oh,
it's a pleasure living with you.
Yeah.
You are a heavy sleeper. That's one thing that is a credit to you.
The only credit to me. I'd sleep through a fucking
sea of things, or a sea of just complaints that I have about you and your character. You don't get annoyed. Like, some people are super light sleepers, and I don't go to bed early, so that's a recipe for disaster. But you're just like, as soon as you pass out, you're gone to the world.
Yeah. I've been told that.
So I actually could be flushing the toilet, and it's more for Victoria's sake, I think, than probably yours when she's over.
No, there's but no, people say that to me, like, once I conk out, like, but I can sleep anywhere and then I'm gone, like, you know what I mean? There could be people dying around me, and sleeping.
Yeah, just don't care.
But light, but if you turned on the light
that's,
in my room, I'll be like,
not even in your room. You mean outside the room?
Outside the room. I think at some point I turn.
You've got a little sliver of light.
And the crack of the door, that wakes me. Like, not every time, but it will rouse me every now and again. But like sound, I feel like I don't know why.
You're lucky. I think I'm more annoyed by sound than by light.
No, sound to me feels like,
God, we're so different.
How are we living together? But no, but I because every morning I go into the toilet, I'm met by this waft of
urine.
And what's that smell? It's like a fertilizer as well. Ammonia.
Yeah.
I wake up like, geez. So like, I'm walking up.
If would you like if I flush the toilet in future?
Nah. Here I'm used to it at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's also because
I also think it's a dangerous thing, and I've said this to you before, for you to amend your behaviour for me.
But that wouldn't be an unusual thing. Like, if I know that it doesn't wake you, then I would just go.
Because maybe now I'm used to it.
Like banging on the wall. Wake up, you daft cunt.
No, leave it the way it is, because what happens if it wakes me and I'm like, oh wait, I did prefer it. No, don't.
That's correct.
Just not. What else were you saying? You were saying something else.
I was saying sleeping. I had insomnia.
Oh yeah, you have insomnia.
But, it's not really insomnia. It's just.
Is that what explains your mood? Is it the whole time? You must have had insomnia your whole life.
Yeah, no. I used to oversleep for a long time. Depression, I think it's called. I think it was when I was depressed.
I have a theory about depression.
Yeah. How do I know that this is going to be an insult somehow? Like, I already know it's an insult, so let's just get to it.
No, I don't think it's that insulting.
The thing with you is, you're the kind of person that's weak enough to feel like they're depressed.
Do you remember that time I looked at your hairline?
Yeah.
Then looked down your eyes, and I was like, you think all Irish people have dry hair? And you were just like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that, but like there's 100 of those instances every day. Like, every time I go to meet you, I'm like, my self-esteem is going to take a battering. I am used to it now somehow. I do have like a comb and shield. I'm like, he doesn't mean what he says. And then I think he does mean what he says. But he doesn't mean... It's not mean-spirited. And then I think until he's passive-aggressive, which is quite regular. So I'm like, okay, there's a whole concoction of stuff going on there.
But it's this. Anyone I've lived with who suffered from depression...
I don't currently suffer from depression. I'm just moody, okay? I used to do a bit. I'm trying to do a bit about it. Like, I'm not depressed. I'm just a moody prick.
All right, okay.
And
go on. How does the bit go?
That's it. It's just it's a premise.
It's fully formed.
No, the idea is that, like, I've spent loads of time working on myself to journal on myself, and now I don't really get depressed. But I'm still just a moody bitch, you know. It's kind of like, I feel like there's something in it, but it's not funny.
But it's interesting. Like, I feel like there's something fun in it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I do hear you. I know you're like, it's an interesting beginning.
Yeah, there you go.
You're like, I don't know where you're going to take it.
But like most bits, it's deeply flawed.
You're like, I am moody.
It's like
I am moody, but I'm not depressed. I'm moody. You could compare like, instead of like wanting to slit my wrists, I want to.
It's a bit aggressive.
Okay.
It's a bit cliche.
That might be the last thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of what?
I wouldn't slit my wrists if I was going to.
That's how you want to kill yourself.
No, I actually have to. Thanks for that. I actually have the perfect way to kill myself. I've thought about it. It's just, I think it's...
Walk into the ocean.
No, I can swim. No, not well. Actually, maybe that would work.
Imagine if you can swim, but you try and drown yourself. Like, so you're almost trying to override your body's instinct to like swim. And I'm going, how would you kill yourself?
Okay, so I would go to put myself into a noose on the chair, right? But then I would
masturbate.
No, listen. Actually, I might.
throw people off the
Just
same
for
thing.
the last, just for the last. I mean, if it's it's the last thing you're going to do, you might as well have a bit of-
Really confused them. Was he killing himself?
No, but then I would put the noose around my neck. I would jerk off quickly, of course. But afterwards, I'd probably clean up as well. I'd be embarrassed if people found me
What's
like
this
that.
fucking lad doing? Come on, man.
Your road rage is.
Oh, the truck is pulling in. Fair enough.
Anyway, so I would put a noose around my neck, and
Okay.
then I would take a bunch of sleeping tablets.
Yeah, you know what's weird? Just before you
It's a
said
good-
that, I
it's
was
a-
like, and blow your brains out. But yeah, no, I got you.
So because-
the fact you have one but do the other.
Because people often said to you like, what if though? What if it didn't work? And then you're a vegetable. I'm like, you ain't going to be no fucking vegetable.
Also, you do both.
Yeah,
But
so,
like one of them was
but like the sleeping things will knock
sure,
you
you might as well
out.
fucking finish off.
And then-
slit
and-
your wrist
and
just
then-
before. Take the pill,
Just
slit
in,
your wrist,
just in,
and then.
just in case like you vomited it up and then you had like brain damage.
Why don't you
or
add a
something.
third? Like so take the pills, slit your wrist, put the thing over your throat. No.
I just want
take the
peop-
pills, thing
No,
over your
but you know
throat,
what?
slit your wrist, and then
Yeah.
jump off the stool.
But you know what? Yeah, that's a lot.
I'll help
But-
you do it.
But years later, I'll be like, I realized he was bullying me the entire time. But no. But I just want, like, even in my suicide, people to be like, he was a creative sort.
He was a
Do you know what I mean? He put a lot of effort into his suicide.
No.
I want people to be like,
He
oh,
put effort in.
yeah, the shame, potential.
He died unlike how he lived.
I mean,
He died in contrast to how he lived. He put effort
two
in
things
time.
at once, yeah. Two things at once. It's a lovely motorway, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lovely motorway, John.
I like it.
It's your favourite motorway.
How much are the tolls now?
I have that thing that beep, the scan thing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't feel but I think they're about 190 or 220 a shot, I think.
Nice.
There's fucking awful lot of traffic for fucking midday on a fucking Tuesday.
Yeah. It's an old man there.
This guy's giving us the double indicators. Alright, okay.
What does that mean?
That means that, like, slow down, there's a hazard.
Ah, good thing we left early then, huh?
Yeah. There's obviously some crash or something up here.
Of course.
People always crashing on the M50.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
that's great stuff.
if you want to kill yourself, that's how you do it.
That's just how I would do it. Now, I don't want to kill myself. I actually heard a story about killing myself, killing yourself. That
Someone told you a story about killing
no, it was a
John.
lad that jumped. I think it was it's like a famous kind of story of this guy who jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge in San
And
Francisco.
regretted it a moment
And then he
before.
survived, and I was like, I'm going to regret it just before I die, you know, no matter what. So even having a shitty life is better than having a shitty death, I think. You know
If
what I
you
mean?
took pills and let's say, and you like, and I came in and I saw the thing popped open and the pills, and you're like still conscious.
Yeah.
And you were like, help me, like I regret it. I'd be like, shh, John.
I don't think you would. I think you're a lot more soft. And,
No, I am. Obviously, I'm trying to help you. Oh, did you hear that story? Like, I'm obviously joking.
Be like looking back after Coleman's accused of like loads of like horrible crimes, and be like, there was a sociopathicness to him.
No,
you know?
but have you seen this lady in America? Her and her partner, they got high. They're playing a game of hide and seek,
That makes sense.
and he locked himself in a luggage case. And they're high and drinking or whatever.
Oh no.
And she was kind of cruel because the video's online, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, this is insane. And he's in the crate like, hey, I can't breathe. You need to leave. And she's like, that's your problem. And he died. He passed away.
Are
And
you fucking kidding me?
No, I swear to God. She went to sleep. She woke up the next morning and saw his body, and he was cold. Like like he was dead.
Jesus
He
Christ.
suffocated to death. And she was like, we were just playing, but like in the video, you can hear almost. It's weird, the cruelty or something. It's
Yeah.
so it's horrible.
Did she go to jail?
Yeah, she went to jail. Do you know what's weird? Like
Yikes.
that type of thing happening, I'm like, that's way more cruel to me than someone having a car accident and killing someone. Because I'm like, fuck, that's a moment on the
Yeah.
road where like something happened and it's
Yeah.
like fuck. But like that type of shit, I'm like, wow, you watched that and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like people who get sent to prison for like car accidents, I'm like, I get it, but I got such sympathy for it. 'Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
they didn't.
They didn't see someone locked in a suitcase and then let them suffocate to death.
Yeah, like John, if I saw you on the road, no.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's just, it's a moment. Like, Jesus Christ.
I don't want to watch that video. I wish I didn't
I'll
know it
send it to you.
existed.
I'll send it to you.
That made me sad now.
There's some videos I've seen. I saw this video once and I cannot get it out of my head. Didn't even feature humans. It featured an animal. The animal was not dying. but it showed me something, and I was
For some reason, I thought it was going to be a video of your ex-girlfriend with a new boyfriend. I was like, that'd make you sadder. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
would do it. No, oh, it was the dog had like worms in its flesh or something.
Lovely.
And someone squeezed the flesh, like rolled it, and out popped worms.
Ah.
I can't unsee this anymore. I still remember it to this day.
I don't even think I need to see it.
It was. I don't even know, baby. I just call you baby.
I hope not.
Baby.
At least you made a point of pointing it out. It's like sometimes I've had some girlfriends who'd fart and I wouldn't hear it, and they'd be like, "Sorry, I farted," and I'd be like, "You didn't need to tell me. You've just totally implicated yourself." Because I'm so like away with it. Sometimes I'm wearing headphones or something.
You are out of it sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Or there's some. I don't know. It's so funny. Just there's like some people. They the shame of it just means they have to be like, I just got to address this because I feel awkward, and I'm just like, you didn't have to mention that. It's fine. Even if you let out a big long one, like just fucking stoically, just keep reading that book. You know.
There's Victoria. She says she had this rule. She's like, we can. Because I think we ate something, she's like, and I was like, I'd go out to the toilet to fart, like I wouldn't fart in her presence.
You fart in my presence, you sick fuck.
Yeah, and
you take pleasure in it, I think.
And have I farted in your presence?
Oh my god, yes.
Have I?
Yeah. Again, a form of abuse, I think. You know, it's the 21st century.
Wait, where are we when I fart in your presence?
Well, it's usually at the house. I mean, it'd be weird if you were out in the street.
Seek you
just
out.
Like, yeah.
But like,
wait,
I fart somewhere and then you walk through that room later, or like I'm like in.
At least once or twice you walked in, you're just like, oh, you made some point about it. It's fine. You're more comfortable with that than most people, I guess. Maybe that was your way of like some sort of initiation process at the beginning. You know?
How was you deal with this?
I feel so. People have different ways of initiating people. Some people haze, some people fart.
There's a joke in that. Coleman Hayes.
There you go.
Constantly hazing me.
Not a good one, but there's a joke in that.
yeah.
There's a groaner in that. Oh, yeah. So you fart.
But she was like, oh yeah, she was like, we can have one fart a day in front of each other, and then I think,
Jesus, that's
I farted once, and then I was like, I don't know if you want to give me that rule.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if she wants to be trying to live up to that rule. Like about like 3/4. She's just about to go to bed. And she's like, I haven't had my fart today yet. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I think she was just like, you can just, but I was like, I don't know if you want this.
I don't know. I've never wanted to introduce farts to a relationship at any time. I'm just like, that shit that's your private shame. You keep that shit to yourself.
Introduce farts.
Do you know what I mean?
I sound like it's almost like having a threesome or something.
No, what I mean is, and I think it was
I've never considered introducing farts into a relationship. you have boundaries, you have rules.
No, but like, I think it was in that movie, This Is...
But yet, you probably would have a threesome. Do you know what I mean? You're like, look, I'd never do farts.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry,
every girlfriend I've ever had has always suggested at some stage having a threesome, and I'm always the one that's like...
I don't know why my mind's like farts again. But
this is the worst idea. Do you know what I mean? Because like, we're not swingers, you know? This is like... This will ruin our relationship.
Yeah. I know someone who...
I should try it once with a girl I don't love.
I know someone who... She was the third party to a threesome. Like, it was a couple and she was the third party.
Yeah.
Couple broke up within 3 to 4 months and she was dating the boyfriend after.
Oh.
Because I was just like, if that's never a lesson that this is a dangerous thing.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
It's a dangerous thing.
You don't want to be introducing that person to someone else's magic genitals.
I think I feel like if ever I'm going with someone and I'm like, we should have a threesome. If I say this now, I can never take it back. But I think there's a sign I'm like, I am checked out.
Yeah.
I have checked out of this.
I mean, there's two ways to look at it. I mean, that's true as well. But I think as well, it could also just be like if you and that person are very sexual, maybe you're already kind of perverted and do weird shit. Yeah, maybe then it's like, well, we fucked up enough to do that. I think some people can do it.
Yeah, do you know what? That being said, yeah, I think...
I don't think I'm that person, personally. In fact, I'm almost certain I'm not that person. I feel uncomfortable in crowds.
I don't think of anything wrong with it as a thing.
I feel uncomfortable with an extra person in a room at the best of times sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The dynamic shifts.
I like one-on-one. I'm not a big fan of groups.
There you go. We see eye to eye.
Like, we get on really well together, and then in inject another person into us.
That's weird because I often have the opposite problem with a few people in my life. I need the buffer. I need the. I have like no.
Do you have that problem with me? You're like,
No.
look, this thing is totally opened up.
No, I think you and me have. I don't know. I think maybe we have the opposite thing where we're. Yeah, it's possible. But there's some people where I'm just like, we have a black hole of like, we just don't work. But then at the third party, completely, because we have the third party to bounce off of, and it kind of, you know, it's weird how those dynamics work. Good story, right?
Great stuff.
Unlike the open road, I feel like we're on a road trip, but I know it's going to end with me checking in my.
The last road trip to that radio station.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was
Drogheda, baby.
Prada radio station.
So we were in the big leagues up there. Remember when we got there and it just looked completely out of place.
Yeah.
It's just this one big, like, it looked like a primary school like design or something.
You were like, it just felt like going on the radio. Then we came to this building that was like, oh, this just seems like this could be anyone's building.
Yeah.
And we didn't even say anything. We just started laughing. And you said, "Don't laugh when we get in there." You just said everything.
Don't laugh when we
Don't
try
laugh.
not to laugh when we get inside.
And it was like, oh my god,
But it
this
was
is a radio station.
Okay.
Oh,
I wanted to put up a story with the building just with a caption, and the only thing I could think of was like, "This is a radio station." Yeah,
Yeah. But she was lovely. She was great.
yeah, good crack. Yeah.
She was brilliant actually.
But yeah, it was a nice experience, the radio thing. Actually, I'm actually heading to Edinburgh after London and then to Lisbon, so
Oh, you're popping over to Lisbon then for 2 or 3 days.
a week actually.
Oh right. Is that a new part of the plan?
No, I mean that was
Was that always the plan?
always the plan.
So you're
yeah.
gone for 2 weeks now.
So I'm gone today until Sunday week, so like 10 days or 11 days, something like that. 11 days, I guess.
So you're going to London for 2 days, Edinburgh for 2 days.
London for 3 days technically, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Edinburgh, Sunday flying to Lisbon.
For a week.
For a week, yeah.
Calling to the missus.
There you go. And doing some gigs as well. It's gonna be fun. I have a work in progress on the 14th, so I need to write some jokes for that.
Here in Dublin?
No, in Lisbon. Then back on the 15th.
What flight are you? What? You Ryanair?
I think they're all Ryanair, yeah.
Alright, okay. No, as in today, as in what terminal?
Oh shit, yeah. The terminal, yeah, the Ryanair one.
So you have a whip on the 14th?
Sure do. It's weird because I did a work in progress in January, and I feel like I had more material then. Like I did loads of half-baked ideas, but they all kind of worked. And I've done a load more since, and I swear every time I've done it, I feel like I've had less material every time. It's kind of a strange process.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of bits you try once and you think they're good, but like you kind of got away with it because the crowd were really nice or whatever.
But also when you're trying something new, there's this like lovely
Freshness to it,
rawness
yeah.
that you're like, geez, the rawness is the engaging thing.
Actually, the best work in progress I did was in Leicester. It was probably better than my 2 solo shows. It kind of was amazing in terms of the crowd were just electric and everything I did hit. I was in good headspace, but like when you're actually trying to be realistic about how much material you have and stuff, I definitely need to try and write another 20 kind of minutes between now and Edinburgh, or find 20 minutes, you know, because there's loads of like bits that you've kind of half done and kind of half started that you can still keep working with, you know. Actually, I have to say your road rage today has been quite good.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because I'm being recorded.
Yeah, you're definitely trying to seem less insane.
But also, I don't know if I get much road rage on a motorway. I think if we went through the city
we should have done that. That would have been way more fun because you couldn't have controlled your. I mean, I don't think you could have controlled like someone just not fully taking the left turn when they should.
I think you mean. Well, the left turn too, but the right turn as well, when they like have to take a right turn and they don't pull all the way forward, so all of us have to just stay behind them while they make up their fucking mind.
Yeah. That's the one thing I think I find I think I can accept that traffic is going to be frustrating.
It says you don't drive.
Well, I don't drive as much as you, but I do drive, and I have driven enough in the past.
When was the last time you drove?
A couple of months ago. I do appreciate that every day is a different thing, but even when I drove for like weeks at a time, like every day for like,
when you drive, it's a novelty, so it's fun and exciting. Like
yeah.
I drove in LA for a little bit, and I was like, ooh, cool and exciting.
And you weren't annoyed at people.
I wasn't annoyed at all
So
because it's a novelty. I'm in a new city. I'm like,
maybe it's a novelty.
Then when they get annoyed, I'm like, oh, look at that. In Ireland, because this is my city, I'll get annoyed.
Yeah.
You know, but if I was.
You make a good point, and you took away the only a little shred of like hope that I had that I was a peaceful, calm person in one context.
I mean, maybe you are, John.
No, it's impossible. No, if Coleman's upset, then everyone must be upset. You know. Do you think everyone is like you? My dad is like you. I told you this before.
This is probably why you and me bond.
Because you remind me of my father. Yeah. Well, my dad is a very nice man, so that's not the same thing. My dad is a good man. And he wants to be upset, like especially driving the car.
I guess maybe it's a legitimate. Oh Jesus! Maybe
like,
it's a legitimate way to exercise some anger and stuff. You're like, okay, I can be angry about this. This is socially acceptable to be angry about.
Well, he definitely like he puts on Joe Duffy or whatever talk radio is, and just anything where he can hear people complain about the state of the nation.
Does he join in, or does he give out about them?
He's just like,
out?
Fuck's sake.
Like they're right, or fuck's sake they're giving out?
No, just they're right. The government are terrible. Isn't it awful? They're just whatever the person complaining, he's always like yes, like he's like he's just a very
this guy's
he's a very animated man.
Moving slowly, isn't he?
Driving, and then also he's in a conspiracy with the traffic lights. Like whenever the traffic lights are red, he's always just like, this is typical, you know. And then he never...
Typical of this country,
typical,
red lights.
Yeah. And then he... typical of life, just like typical that it's not working out right now, you know?
I mean, look, on some level he's not wrong.
Yeah. But I suppose it's just a frustration from years of driving.
Look at this fucking Nissan. They don't even know what they're doing. It's just like,
Is a woman driving? You hate women?
No, I don't.
Sounded like it. Sounded like you were criticising women drivers there.
I was criticising that Nissan.
It was driven by a woman.
I didn't know that.
Well, you do now.
So now I should be like, you know what, on hindsight they made some really good moves.
I just don't think you should be criticising women drivers. I think
criticising women drivers.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a good look, personally. But hey, if you want to be that kind of guy, you be my guest.
Jesus Christ! Look at all this. There's a second lane opens up, right? Well, we're about to find out. Yes, there is. Yeah.
Nabelia. That's an interesting name for a company, isn't it? Nabelia. Nabelia. It doesn't really flow off the tongue. I'm definitely not saying it correctly.
Better not say it.
We're near the airport now because it has little airport things on the ground.
That's how you know, John.
That's how I know.
I don't know. Otherwise, you'd be searching forever.
I don't know if that's how.
Fucking 12 o'clock on a Tuesday. I guess after a bank holiday. I guess
that's got to be it. Everyone's leaving the city after the bank holiday.
So wait, what time is your flight?
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
So I got time.
So maybe
I got time to get a nice latte.
Maybe I'll collect you on the far side and we can catch up or so. How was it? You know.
Oh, if you want, yeah, that'd be lovely.
That'd be a nice little before and after.
Yeah. I think it's. I know that I'm arriving back. It's around midday on a Sunday, I believe. It's early enough, but not crazy early. Yeah, something like that. Well, if you'd like to, I've enjoyed the chat.
We're not finished yet.
I know, but I'm just saying thus far.
Thus far. Look, there's a few minutes left. It might get all ruined.
I can't say anything to you without you finding the way to twist it. It's kind of like, are you like this with everyone, or is it just, do I hold a special place for you?
There's people who would agree with you. How about that?
Okay, fair enough. But there are some people that you just end up having this kind of like playful friction with. I used to have it with Pedro back in the day, but I think there's something about affection through like teasing, you know?
Yeah.
But it's a fine line. If the person is really hurt So some people I think they want to do that, but the other person's like, I don't want this relationship with you. Do you ever have that thing? It's like some people try and come at you with banter, and sometimes I'm just like, listen, that's not what we're not these people. Let's just be civil.
No, I know what you mean. I've had people do that to me where they'll take the piss out of me in a fun way, and I'm like, you've just insulted me. Really.
But it's funny how the second someone does it, you immediately feel whether it's okay or whether you're upset by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And another person saying much the same thing.
And you're just like, why is that okay now?
Yeah, it's so funny how that works.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I wonder what that is.
Sometimes it flips on me. I have people who they take the piss on me and I laugh.
And then one
time I'm like, oh, I don't know why it is, but I don't like that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
And now I'm like, I feel like, but then
it's probably so many things, isn't it? It's your mood. It's maybe someone else.
But I'm also convinced at that time that they said that.
Yeah.
It was a little bit further in than the rest of them.
Yeah.
You know, like the rest of them are just like little taps, and this one pierced the flesh. I'm like, no, you went a bit too much there now.
Yeah, it's like a fetish almost, isn't it? Like, you know, it's like if you have if you have like a sexual fetish, and then eventually you're just like, I just need a little bit more juice in this fetish, and then you're like, oh God, I feel really.
I thought you have a dead body in front of you. You're just like, what happened?
I don't want to be this person that needs.
We're gonna either try and jump into this lane,
go on,
or we're gonna go the whole way around and take it the next go round.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez. Well, this bus has kind of prevented our plans.
Good thing we left in time.
Ah, jeez. Well, okay. Well, there you go.
I'm really enjoying this trip.
Alright, okay. We're gonna go around. We'll do a loop and come, and then just take it the other way. Yeah, we're still making quicker time anyway.
Great time.
Because,
in fact, if nothing else, we could just go around the roundabout for a while and just catch up.
Should I be in?
Well, here's a question for you. What's your favourite airport?
Favourite airport?
Do you have one?
In Ireland or in the
world?
Just
in general. Have you been to an airport that you were like, I've enjoyed my time at this particular airport?
Barcelona Airport.
That is a nice airport,
for some reason.
It's very aesthetically pleasing, isn't it?
And
it's clean.
Yeah, there's something about it.
And also the Spanish kind of food, and they have chorizo and stuff like that in the shops.
It's like, you know, like other airports are like, I guess I'll get a Burger Mac.
I go to Lisbon loads.
A Burger King.
Yeah, exactly.
But in
Barcelona is a little bit more quality.
I'm gonna have
I know what you mean.
Jamon or jamon or whatever the fuck.
I go to Lisbon
we're going to T2, aren't we? T2 is Ryanair?
T1, I think.
T1?
T2 is first, and then Ryanair is T1.
Alright, so we're on the right one here.
Yeah,
right,
you just go past it basically.
Yeah, T1 is Ryanair. T1 is the old one, right? Yeah.
It must be, yeah.
They wouldn't give Ryanair the new stuff.
Yeah. Lisbon, I find it's a nice airport. Leaving Lisbon is miserable because you leave from the Ryanair terminal, but when everyone lands at the main terminal, so it's a bit nicer. You come through.
I'm gonna pull up to the drop off, and you can jump out there.
Okay, and then it's like fuck off now. You've served your purpose.
I'm not fuck off. I mean, it'll be goodbye and have fun and enjoy your trip.
Yeah, and look, I got exactly 2 hours. So I probably got time to have a nice latte.
A latte.
There's a really nice latte. I feel like
was it
manger après?
Manger après.
I feel like I'm very cultured.
Yeah, John.
Yeah,
Lisbon Airport is a good one to arrive at but not leave at. So what's your favourite airport?
You know, now that you said Barcelona, as soon as you said that, it's hard. That's really one of the few that I actually thought was really nice.
Dublin Airport is nice, but I think that's because I'm home. There's but I don't know.
It is a nice airport, but I know Dublin Airport inside out. Like I just know it inside out.
You've been casing the place for years.
Yeah, and I know Lisbon Airport really well at this stage. I definitely know those two airports the best.
Okay.
But Jesus,
is he coming up to that fucking thing? So we're gonna go straight on here. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. I presume I'm allowed to just drive up here and drop you off. It's not just for taxis.
There's usually a set down area.
Right?
Yeah.
Like this is a set down area?
No, but I mean, you can go straight up, can't you?
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
this is what the bus does, and there's a kind of a car park to the right where you can just drop us off there.
Hold on, let's just leave this ambulance go.
It's a whole lot of something.
Let's just leave this ambulance go. I don't think that guy realises that there's an ambulance coming.
Do you think people are more excited or depressed at the airport?
think people are excited. You're either going on a trip or coming back from the trip. You're collecting something. I think it's exciting.
Yeah, I think you're right. The thing is, I suppose there's two kinds of people at the airport. There's people who are going away and seeing something, probably excited, the majority probably, and then I think there's people who just travel all the time, who are just miserable because it's the worst part of their day.
Oh, jeez. All right, John, I'm going to leave you down here. Thank you so much. Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
trip, safe. And maybe I'll catch you on the far side. Let me
Yes.
just hold on one sec. Leave me. All right, I'm not. Let me take this off you.
Thank you.
And will you? Yeah.
Sorry. I forgot about that. Sorry, I completely forgot.
And I think.
What's the plan? Is it to keep it in full or to edit it down to like?
No, man, it's going to keep it in full. So everything, like, it's meant to be like you come along for the whole trip.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because then there's there's kind of big.
Yeah, it's just meant to be a normal chat. Have
Thank
fun.
you for the trip. Appreciate it. I mean, what am I going?
I don't know. A hug.
It seems too intimate.
That's very on John O'Keefe like.
I do need to get my stuff. Imagine if you just
Just drove off.
couldn't wait to get away.
There's nothing fell out of the car there in terms of gear or anything.
Fall out, did it?
No, I'm just making sure, right?
Oh, nothing belonged to me. This
Nothing belonged to me. Well, as long as nothing belonged to you fell out, John.
No, I think I have everything. All right. I'll
Okay.
see you soon. I'll let you know when
Safe
I'm
trip.
coming back, all right?
Yeah, let me know when you're coming back.
All right.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, John. All right. Let's go home.